Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another game unboxing thing. So it's not technically a game unboxing today. This is actually an accessory to a game board unboxing, I guess. At any rate, so what I have here is from Feldherr. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. But it is a foam tray set for Ghostbusters, which I just recently did an unboxing of. You can go check out that previous video if you would like to. But one of the things I found out is that the game itself, well, it was kind of weird how it was organized inside the box. So there's like a lot of empty space, and their little trays aren't the best in the world that came with it, and the cards kind of go everywhere, and if you turn it up on its side, it just gets kind of all weird and stuff. So I went out looking, and I came across this product here. It's basically just a custom foam insert for specific games, and they have a whole line of these for different games, but this one specifically is for Ghostbusters, and I actually have that here for us. So this is for Ghostbusters. Yeah, you can get it for all sorts of different games. This is not a paid promotional video or anything. I just actually saw this thing and thought it was cool, and I liked the concept, and wanted to see how well this thing actually worked in practice with a game like Ghostbusters. So, yeah, I'm kind of crazy about accessories and keeping things organized and that sort of thing when it comes to my game. So this is kind of just right up my alley. But I didn't see a whole lot of reviews on these things, so I just thought we'll just do one ourselves and see what this thing is like. So I picked it up off Amazon. They actually are, I think, a German company or something like that. So if you're not in the US, these are probably a lot easier to pick up, but for a long time, I actually got some of these a long time ago for some of the D&D stuff, but the Feldherr is now on Amazon and sells through there, so it's much easier to find their products is basically what it amounts to. But anyway, so look them up on Amazon, see if they have it for the game that you like. And anyways, let's tear into this thing. It did come in this standard polybag looking thing, so yeah. So let's just open this thing up and kind of see what it is. The description online pretty much says it's got an insert for all the stuff, and that these things are specifically made to fit the game itself. It's very specifically, so yeah, that's kind of why I picked it up. But yeah. Oh, cool. This doesn't help me whatsoever. So the ones I saw online actually had photos of which things to put where, and I thought maybe this one would have one, but it doesn't look like it, so oh well, whatever. That's the insert that we got. So some of their other product offerings, so go check them out. There's the QR code if you want to check them out on Amazon. It's actually a pretty cool idea. But they do, again, inserts for other games, Warhammer, the Star Wars miniature games, and whatever else. So I'm going to throw that to the side, and let's see what we have. So this is just a standard piece of foam, nothing special about that one. Our next piece actually has the compartments, cutouts, whatever you want to say for these things. And then the last piece here is for the miniatures. So I'm guessing we are going to have to figure out how to put this stuff together, but the foam is nice and thick. I mean, it's standard kind of. So normally you get the tearaway, pluck and peel, or whatever you want to call it, foam insert stuff, and those are just kind of messy. This one has the compartments already kind of pre-arranged for you. nice and thick. This works really well for things like painted miniatures to keep them from rubbing around and things like that. But yeah, so not as thick here, so that's for our standard miniatures, and then we have the slightly thicker piece that probably goes in the bottom. So yeah, anyways, let's just see what we can do here. So bear with me. You can fast forward through this if you want to, and we'll come back at the end and I can give you my thoughts. But I'm just going to go ahead and basically put the game in the insert and see how well it works. Alright, so we got our game manual, which doesn't have a place for it. We have our normal inserts here. They're, what do you call them? These things, tiles. Can't think of words today. So standard tiles, they're supposed to basically just slide in there, and that actually works pretty well. Put all the tiles in there. We've got this one that can also fit in there, and this one that can fit in there. So far, so good. So I don't know about how this is supposed to go. So we're just going to try to figure this out. So we got Ecto 1 fits here in the center. Works pretty well. It doesn't seem to fit really well in any of the rest of these. So yeah, Ecto 1 will go there. I'm just going to randomly put these guys in here and try to figure out organization at some point. So we do have 20 of these galloping ghouls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That doesn't count right. Alright, so I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just going to put these in here. At some point I will come back and figure out a better way to keep these things the way I want them to be, but yeah, for right now we're just basically just going to stick them in here. So I'm curious if any of y'all have used any of these before. If not, have you used things that are similar? And if so, you know, how do you keep your games organized, basically? If you're not happy with the ones that the organizational stuff that comes with them, what's your go-to system for keeping things organized? I don't really have a good one. It's just kind of depends on everything. So put them right there, and yes, then we'll go and put these guys up here. Those are a little tight. They're hitting at the top. I can hear it kind of scratching as I push them down, but not really that big a deal. Again, these ones are not going to be painted, so it's not the end of the world to me. If they were painted, then that might be a bigger issue. And that guy. And that guy. Come out. And that guy. And that leaves us with 2 spaces there. One for Slimer. And I guess one for the big bad guy. So yeah, there is the first tray. So I can toss that to the side now. So one of the other things that I'm going to be looking at to see how well this works is how well they stay in the tray when it's on the shelf. I guess that's the best way I can say that. What I often realize is that things kind of get screwed up and move around a little bit and things like that. So I like for them not to fall over, basically. So next up we've got these cards. So they fit in here very nice, and there's plenty of room left in there for those. We've got our Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, who fits in the center there very nicely. Then we've got 8 of these Boogaloos. So 1, 2, 3, and these basically just sit in there very nicely, very easily. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And then we've got these other 2 compartments, so we can put in our trap proton pack things. We can put in our counters here. Our dice can fit in over here, and all these other tokens can now fit here. Yeah, so there is that. Let's throw this tray to the side as well, and let's see how this fits in the box itself. So we got the original base game box right here. We're going to take this one tray, and it fits in there really nicely. Very smoothly, actually. Looks like it's the correct dimensions for the box. A little bit of room on the side is like just barely. So that's cool. And then we take this piece and stick it down there. And then we have the cover piece to keep them there. And then we have the actual game manual, which will fit right on top of there. And we put the cover back on here. Press down on it. And it's sitting flush now, so that's actually pretty cool. Turning it onto the side, so normally this sits flush. The 2 boxes, you can kind of see it's sticking out there by whatever, about my thumbnail, so that's what, about a ½ inch or something like that. So it doesn't completely sit flush anymore, but I don't really mind that, to be honest with you, if it keeps the game. And so when I shook this before, and I probably should have done that on screen, you can hear everything rattling around, but I don't hear anything. Well, I mean, if you go back and forth it does, but there's not loose stuff flying all around. So I actually like that. So let's throw it up here on its side. So normally this is how I would store them on a shelf. Like that, and then you throw it in. So yeah, so let's take this off and see if anything moved around. I mean, I didn't, let's do that. Let's simulate someone really jostling it around. I wouldn't recommend this whatsoever normally, but you know, you throw it in your car, it bounces, maybe you hit a bump, whatever. Oh, that's fun. Alright. Game manual. First layer is still intact. All of our things are here and they're in the right order and haven't really moved around, so that's cool. And then we got this one around here. I was really worried about the cards, and the cards are in place. The tokens are in place. Everything's in place. So that's actually what I was hoping for. So yeah, that is actually a very awesome thing. So it definitely keeps everything organized. It looks good. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, I mean, that's pretty much all we're going to do here. So, I like this product. This is actually very cool. And I'm actually going to I will recommend this to people because this is a pretty awesome product. They are a little expensive. I can't actually remember what I paid for these. I want to say I paid about $20-ish for this particular game. I looked at some of the other ones they had. So they've got one for like Doom, the board game, and that one was like $40. So I don't know yet if I'm going to try one of those. For games that are expensive, so they do have one for like Conan, which is a huge game anyways. The price was a little bit higher for that one. I want to say it was also about $40 for the base game one, but they also have the different levels. So like if you did the Kickstarter version, they sell a set of these things that will work with that Kickstarter version. That one's like $80 for Conan. So, and I think they actually have the Kickstarter version of the Ghostbusters game too, the insert for the Ghostbusters game, which costs a little bit more as well, I think. But, I mean, all in all, I am actually very impressed with this product. It doesn't really add much weight to the game, the box. A little bit of weight, but nothing major. And it definitely keeps everything organized and looking nice, and that's enough for me. You're not going to shake things loose, so that is very cool. So yeah, this is a cool product. Feldherr, go check them out on Amazon. There's your link. Yeah, this is a cool thing. So I'm really impressed with this stupid thing. It's just foam, but it's got nice pre-cut out little things here for everything you want to. Then you can just grab the miniatures and use them as you want. Yeah, it's a cool product. So, anyways, that's all the time we've got for today. This is a cool product. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this. If you've used one of these products before, which game did you get it for? Number one is what I want to know, because I got a whole couple of bookcases full of games that I have this issue with. But, you know, what was your experience? Did you like this thing? What do you not like about it? What other options have you seen out there? What are your recommendations for people who are looking for something similar to this? I'm really happy with this one. So, I mean, yeah. So drop those comments down below. Let us know what you think. If you'd like to see anything specific reviewed in future episodes, let me know that as well. I will do what I can to get this out for you and check it out. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Until next time, game on!